Welcome to channel for Mania. So the 20K segment is getting really tight in terms of the competition. We have the iQOO EZ9 over here. We have the Realme 12 Plus over here, and a bit higher the Nothing Phone 2A over here. And there is a new competitor in the market, that's the Narzo 70 Pro. And if you pre-order it right away, you can get the Realme Buds T300 absolutely free with this product. So we are going to unbox this and we are doing the comparison between these two later on this channel. So guys, stay tuned. Let's start off. So let's okay, here we are getting a seat over here. Okay, and finally to the phone. Okay, so here we free 6-month extended warranty. Okay, so what are we getting over here? Let's check it out. Probably a standard case. Okay, which is of just okay quality, which is usually provided. And then we are getting a Realme safety guide, and then we are getting a quick start guide, and then a SIM ejector tool. And over here the phone itself, let's keep it on the sides. And apart from that, we are getting a 67-watt super VOOC adapter over here, and a USB type A to type C data cables. This is ooh, look at that design, and you can have a Narzo by Realme, and it is written OS over here, and you can see the camera module. And if you look at the sides, wow, it's super glossy. And you can see the bottom and to the right side and the top. Okay, so that's it. And the flat display over here, and you can see the OIS camera, Sony IMX890 OIS camera over here. Let me start off with the cameras itself, because this is the flagship Sony IMX890 OIS camera, and that's a 50 MB. So let us start from the camera features itself. So starting off, this is the camera UI, and starting off we are getting in the night mode. It can shoot in 0.6x, 1x as well as 2x, and then we have the pro nightscape mode, the street mode, which can shoot in 16mm, 24mm and 48mm. And we are getting the filters also. Along with that, we have an auto zoom feature over here. And then if you switch from 8 to manual, then we can adjust it manually over here, you can see. And along with that, the next is regarding the video. Maximum is 4K at 30 fps, and if you turn the recording on, it can be 120p at 60 fps. We are getting the ultra steady option, and it can shoot in 0.6x as well as 1x. And then we have the photo mode, and here we are getting a few other filters. And along with that, we have some face retouch options over here, and you can shoot in 0.6, 1x, 2x, and maximum we can go up to 20x in the in videos. How much it can maximum go? 1x, 2x, and the maximum up to 10x it can go in videos. And then we have the portrait modes, which can depth effect can be adjusted, and along with that we have the filters and a retouch options. And in more lot of features: pro mode, panoramic mode, high resolution, macro mode, film mode, slow motion. The film mode is basically you are getting a pro like of what you got. Photo mode is the film mode. You can see they can adjust the ISO, white balance and all. And here we're getting grid lines options, stabilization options, lot of options over there. And along with that, if you ask me, we are getting the slow motion, time lapse, long exposure, dual view, that means front and back at the same time. And we have the text scan, and then we have the group portrait and the tilt shift. So let's start off from the, and in the front camera it supports 120p at 30 fps with stabilization. And let's start off from the camera sample. So this is taken on the ultra wide camera, that's an 8 MB, and it have crisp details. Along with that, sky tone seems good, not great, but it's still fine. With the 8 MB, it have done a really good job, and at a glance you can see the details also. So in 8 MB it's fine. And this is the 1x shot, and you can see the stunning amount of detail. Usually there are some issues in this area, but actually this is taken really well. And next is the front camera selfies, and you can see, yeah, it's decent, and you can see a bit of smoothing and a bit of skin tone changes happen, but that's perfectly fine. And this is the normal photos, and this also looks fine. And you can see a few more samples in, that's fine. So you can see in my face details, everything is there, and it feels a bit of digitalized, a light digitalized this feels, but it's fine. And this is a portrait shot which is taken, and you can see, yeah, the portrait feels really good. You can see my hair strands, everything feels good. This is a portrait shot, and you can see stunning amount of detail over here. You can see, wow, I just love the portrait photos, and it's good. And in some areas I didn't like the background, but we can adjust it later, so that's perfectly fine. You can see the portrait photos, the rear camera portraits are stunning. Now regarding the normal photos, you can see stunning. You can see the details is really crisp in these photos. The colors are a bit of saturated, and you can see few more other samples, and no sort of over saturation happened over here. It's perfectly balanced. And the next few photos, and you can see, ooh, the edge techniques lit on this pic. And actually this is a struggling one, but actually this is taken, it's a really good. And next is a macro, and I need to say that the macro is doing really well over here, and the macro shot also seems fine. And another few samples regarding the green leaves and the greenery seems fine over on this guy. And you can see few more. This is a portrait shot, and it's also taken fine, no sort of issues. And this is a flower, and actually you can see it's a bit of saturated if you ask me, and but that's perfectly fine. This is a vivid and eye pleasant photo of the Realme. And another shot, and if you ask me the details, you can see, wow, stunning. And this is a 50 MB shot. Let's see how much this can get close. Oh, wow, you can see it can get really close. Extreme stabilization test, actually this is a bit of a hard sort of test, because actually I would be running really fast, but actually I will give you an idea. Actually it can give minor shake, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, so you can see it is getting a more than usual. So in my extreme stabilization test, it is just giving out of I would say 6 out of 10, and if it is a normal case scenario, then it would be 9 out of 10. And next is a front camera video stabilization. Let's see how well this would work. Okay, here is also, actually I've been running, that's why there is a minor issue. So in the normal cases, both the ultra steady for the front camera as well as rear camera works perfectly fine. Now it's time to check the displays, so let's go to the settings. And before that, let me check the display settings. So display and brightness, so here we get in dark mode and more, and so we are getting the screen color mode. So let me switch to the brilliant for the maximum color vibrance. You can see you have getting so many colors, but actually I would recommend keep it on the brilliant for the maximum color vibrancy. And along with that, we have few more options like the video color boost. So from standard dynamic range to high dynamic range, it would enhance the video, so that options also, let me turn it on. And bright HDR video mode, and we are gonna disable the auto brightness and making the brightness full. And now we are going to compare the videos. Three of the phones in this segment, and could you tell me which is a Realme Narzo 70 Pro? Because these three displays are really stunning and sharp. Which one is your personal favorite? Comment down below. First one, second one, or third one, and I will tell the results later on. And to be a blind comparison, I would say this feels really saturated, and this is in between a borderline of these two of them, because it is a medium in terms of the brightness and medium in terms of saturation. Feels good. And this is highly saturated, and this is a bit brighter also. So this is the Nothing Phone 2A on the top, and on the middle is the iQOO Z9, and at the bottom is the Realme Narzo 70 Pro. I didn't felt any sort of issues with this display. The colors are really saturated, the brightness levels are decent, so no sort of issues with the Realme Narzo 70 Pro in terms of the display. Anyways, we need to do a detailed display test between these two to give a final verdict which is best. Now it's time for the speaker test, so let me play on one phone. So okay, this is the phone one. How was it? You guys are judge, and I'm gonna play on the second phone. Oh. So how was it? So that's a clear win for the first phone, because the loudness, the quality of the audio was really good on this first phone. And the first phone is the Narzo 70 Pro, and the second phone was the iQOO Z9 in the performance. So these two, the Narzo 70 Pro as well as the Realme 12 Plus, comes with the Dimensity 705 5G chipsets, and that's a 6 nanometer process, and the maximum up to 2.6 GHz, and the GPU is Mali G68. And these two guys, this comes with Dimensity 7200, and versus this guy comes with Dimensity 7200 Pro. The Antutu score is higher for the iQOO Z9 because of the monster mode. And if you look at the scores, Dimensity 7200 with the monster mode gets 7,26,000 versus Dimensity 7200 Pro gets 6,62,000 over here. Anyways, we would be doing a detailed Antutu benchmark CPU test on these four of them to give you a clear cut idea. So that's it for the quick unboxing of the Realme Narzo 70 Pro. So guys, that's it today. Signing off. It's Phone Mania.